Yeah, okay. So a helical conversation, let's talk about a helical conversation. What I don't want is a linear conversation. You ask a question, patient replies. You ask a question, patient replies. This is the way you were taught how to do a medical history. Do you remember? Have you got a cough? Yes. Have you got blood in it? No. What, have you got any sputum? Yes. What color is it? Green. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. This is a bad way of taking a history. A more reliable way of taking a history is do something called a helical method. All right. In other words, I ask a question and you say something back. Then I will ask another question depending on what you said. And you will then say something back depending on what I said. And then you say something and I say something. Can you see why it's called helical? Because what I say to you depends on what you said there. And what you say there depends on what I said there. And what I say there now depends on what you say there. So it's a very helical conversation. I said, okay, do you mind if I come on to your wife? Because clearly I can see how upset she is. And I want to help both of you, not just you, but both of you, because you're in this together. So what would you like to say? All right. And she says, well, thanks, doctor. I just feel nobody else is listening. Well, I'm listening. So you tell me, I can see how upset you are. Oh, doctor, it's really, really bad. I know he won't admit to it, but it's really bad. Well, it really is bad. All right. He won't tell you the truth. So I want to tell you the truth. Yes, please do tell me the truth. Tell me everything. Get it all off your chest. Come on. Well, he's been to see 3 doctors. All right. And his walking is really, really bad. And he's put it down to old age just because the first doctor was saying it's probably due to old age because he's turned 60 now. All right. He's just turned 60 and he said it's probably due to old age. And so he's clung on to that idea. But I don't think it is old age. So why don't you think it's old age? Help me understand. You won't believe how fast this old age is kicking in if it's really that bad. So what do you mean it's kicking in really things? What sort of things can't he do or stuff like that? You won't believe he's really, really bad on the stairs. Really, really bad on the stairs. Why? What happens when he's bad on the stairs? Doctor, he has to hold on. Sometimes he goes down on his bum. In fact, it's so scary that we have now moved his bedroom downstairs. Right. Are you saying that he no longer sleeps upstairs? No, doctor, he doesn't. So things have got so bad with his walking that you felt it's safer to convert the front room into his new bedroom and bring the bedroom down. Yeah, I got my son. We've all moved it all down. He sleeps downstairs, doesn't sleep with me anymore because it's too much of a risk. Oh my goodness. So that is quite a bad change, isn't it? Well, that's what I'm saying. It's really, really bad. And he can't see it. And even when, like, for example, when he holds cups, he's a bit shaky and you can see that he's shaking. And, you know, the carpet's got tea marks and stuff. Oh, well, doctor, the hallway, I've cleared everything out. So what do you mean you cleared everything out? Well, we've got side tables and then lamps, but he just knocks them over. He just goes into them. And therefore, I've just decided to keep the hallway empty. In fact, to be honest, I've put a lot of stuff into boxes just to keep it out of the way. Can you see the helical nature of this particular conversation? Is it really clear to you? I want all heads nodding if you really understand it. If you do not understand it, this is a fundamental that I need you to get you to understand if you want to pass. Prince, does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Those are the sort of conversations that we need to see in the RCA, helical conversations like that. I think this is a condition called migraine. Have you heard of migraines before? Yeah, doctor, I have heard of migraines. My friends got migraine. Okay. Sometimes a lot of people say they've got migraine. You know, sometimes the word migraine is used for any old headache, but actually migraine is a very specific sort of very, very painful condition, actually. So sometimes people use the word migraine incorrectly because they'll use it in for a mild headache. Most migraines are quite bad headaches. Now yours is quite bad, isn't it? Yeah. So has your friend's been bad? No, I think therefore she can't be, because she'll say I've got a migraine and she's always laughing at the same time. No, so I don't think that's a migraine. Do you see what I mean? People sometimes use the word migraine for any old headache. You've got the real type of migraine, the true form, which is you can't do anything. You've already said you go to a separate room, you close the curtains and you have to lie down and it makes you feel sick. That is the real type of migraine. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. In terms of what we can do about this is we could give you some migraine tablets. My worry is it's been going on for more than about 3 or 4 days now. And the migraine tablets usually work within the first 24, 72 hours of taking it. But after that, they have less of a chance of working. But I'm happy to give them if you want to give them a try. To be honest, doctor, it's interesting you said that, because the migraine is now a lot better than what it was last week. I mean, last week, if you had asked me the same question, it was horrendous. And today, this week, it's, if last week was 10 out of 10, I would give this week a 3 out of 10. So it's on its way out, and I think I can cope with it. Okay, so we're both in agreement not to go with tablets in the meantime. Yeah, I'd rather not anyway, to be honest. Most tablets don't agree with me, and I'd rather not. Okay, and I think that's fair enough. Now, the migraine can come back again and again sometimes. And so therefore, we need to get your lifestyle in a steady enough state, because what the research shows is if your lifestyle is a bit chaotic, like, for example, if you don't sleep on time, get up on time, eat your meals on time, then actually that can trigger migraine. Is that right? Oh, my goodness, I didn't really know that. So I'm wondering if we should do a migraine diary. Is that something you can do, you think? Well, I have had a number of them this year, and I think that would be a really good idea to do. And I could probably make a column and see whether I'm sleeping on time or whether I'm eating, wonkily or something like that. Yeah, that would be really, really helpful. Why don't we do that? And we can say, review your headaches in about 6 weeks' time and see if they're getting worse or better. What do you think? Yeah. In that consultation, the explanation and the management was so patient-centered, was so helical, that actually I'd probably get a 3 out of 3, because it's just so fluid. Oh, Josh, I can see that you're really upset today. Yeah, doctor, I've been depressed like this for 4 weeks now. Really upset. I don't want to get out of bed or anything. Okay. And was there something that happened that has caused you to be like this? Yeah, there is actually. What's happened there? It's my girlfriend. She dumped me the other day. I was so much in love with her. I still am, really. I'm not over her. Well, it's not unusual not to be over someone that you're in love with. just in a matter of weeks. So I can understand that. Oh, doctor, it was a bad breakup. In what way was it bad? Oh, well, she was cheating on me, and I didn't know she was cheating with my best friend, but it's been bad. Oh, okay. That I can see why that is tough. Now that I would say is a right level of detail. That is a right level of detail. But listen to this, me going deeper, which is unnecessary. Oh gosh, really? Yes, I've been crying most days. Oh, really? Like nearly every day? Yeah, nearly every single day. Well, actually, that might be okay. But listen to where this goes. Yeah, so so this might still be relevant. Yeah, I've been crying. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not surprised you've been crying. Yeah, doctor, I've been crying most days. Oh, really? Mm. And is there someone to support you? My mum's there to support me, but I don't know, really. Oh, okay. And this would be going far too deep. Okay. And so do you cry for long periods of time? And it just comes and goes, really. So it comes and goes for how long? Oh, like I'll cry for 5 minutes and then I'm okay, and I'll watch something on TV and then I'm crying again. Oh, right. Okay. So that happens quite a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Do you also cry yourself to sleep? Well, sometimes I cry myself to sleep. Yeah. All right. And did this happen with other boyfriends or girlfriends? Oh, well, no, not really. Does that happen with other girlfriends? Right. So that crying must be quite upsetting for you. Of course, it's really upsetting for me. I don't know. I'd like to stop crying, to be honest. Have you found any helpful ways to stop crying? No, not really. Just talking to your mum help you stop crying? Not really. Do you see, all this is irrelevant? Come on, stop. Where is this going? I don't know where this is going. I feel like killing myself, more than anything. All right. So can you see that actually there is depth and there's too much depth? So at the moment, some of you are performing too superficially. Others may be hitting the mark sometimes. And something you don't want to do is go into too much depth. Going into the crying and the history of the crying is just so painful with that particular patient, isn't it? Do you see what I mean? So remember about depth, go into the right depth. The question that's been asked is this depth giving you any good information that's putting the whole problem into context? All right. Can you see in the lady in the wife story, the person with the MS, how all of that was really helpful for me in thinking, oh my goodness, when I'm saying, I hope you lot were saying the same thing. Oh my goodness, really? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Were you getting oh my goodness moments? All right. So therefore that information must be helpful. All right. This crying stuff is not making me go, oh my goodness. All right. So it's not as deep. You don't need to go to that level.